A problem I see with a lot of gym goers lately is not training with enough intensity and effort to see the results they want. So I'm with my buddy Matt, and we're gonna go through an upper body workout today, and I'm gonna go over exactly how to train with the correct intensity to see muscle gain without risking any injury. And I'm gonna give you some practical strategies that you can implement in each exercise, so that way your next upper body workout is gonna feel just right, like perfect to make progress. All right, let's warm up first. Let's get on the bike. So basically, even though we're doing an upper body workout, it's starting to get cold out in Canada. So we want to make sure we keep our body temperature in a good place and get your mind right. So every time you come to the gym, get the blood right, like kind of check your scenery and then make sure you're like, all right, cool, I'm in my zone now. And it's like, yeah, low ticket. Then after that, we'll get into some stretches. So the intensity you want to go at for the warm up should be something where your heart isn't gonna explode out of your chest, but it should be a pace where you're breathing and having like a slightly strained conversation. So for typically they say zone 2, which is going to be around like 60 to 70% of your max heart rate. So if you're like in your 20s, then you're looking at 140 on that. So once we're warmed up, let's do some stretches. So it's important that when you do any warm up for before you exercise, is not to like hold stretches, because when you hold stretches, it lengthens the muscle tissue and it makes it kind of loose. Like a good strong muscle is really elastic, it springs back. So I always like to start with like simple stuff, just like an arm circle here. So you want to pull your fingers back and then start with your hands by your side, and you're just gonna start with big circles, and eventually you want to take your shoulders through a full range.
I feel clicking in the shoulders.
Yeah. And then make sure that when you're doing this, right, that you're keeping your core tight. Because see how if you bring your arms back, you can kind of cheat. So it just feels like you're bringing your arms back, but if you keep your core tight, it'll actually truly shoulders. Yep. No compensations, yeah. Yep. Okay, and then after that, let's do the Michael Phelps. So Michael Phelps, you hinge over and you just want to let your arms sway and fly, yeah. So now we're getting some of the upper back muscles and in a different direction. Okay, so once you got that, let's do some mobility. So sometimes even if the shoulders are free to move, shoulders are connected into your upper back, and a lot of people's upper backs are stuck like this after a long day of work. So in order for the shoulders to be truly free, we need to find them back into like a more upright position. So to get that, rotation is very good. So doing something like a greatest stretch ever, where you're bringing your foot up and then you're doing this rotation component, that will straighten out your upper back. Okay, so we're just gonna alternate between those ones, and we're gonna do 8 to 10, okay, on each side until you feel nice and good with your upper back. Okay, so hold on, do that one more time.
Different arm?
Yeah, other arm. But that side is good too. Like you can do, if you do the left arm, then this is gonna hit like the inner thighs a little bit more too. And now you can switch. Yeah. And then if you notice with Matt's joints, we want to make sure they're nice and stacked. So Matt, why don't you hold that stretch at the top there? So bring your arm up. Okay, so see how we got a nice line here? Wrist, elbow, shoulder, shoulder, elbow, wrist. If we don't see that alignment, then we know that the joints aren't stacking up nicely. Okay, let's activate with the rotator cuffs. This is a common one too. A lot of people with like pinching in the front of the shoulder from doing a lot of bench press. It happens because the joints in here, they start pushing on a ligament. So we want to like open up that gap. So that's why you see this is a common stretch, but except people do it a lot of times with dumbbells. But because the way dumbbells work, it doesn't actually stress the muscle in the right direction. So you actually want to use a band instead. So what you're going to do, Matt, is you're just going to take the band, put it around your wrist, have your hands turned open like so, thumbs out, without moving your elbows. So you're not doing this. You're just going to pivot and then rotate. And I want you to go through this 20 to 25 times, okay?
How do you know what band is the correct?
Good question. So yeah, it should be, by the time you finish this, you should feel a nice little burn, like right up here. Now, what you want to do, Matt, is imagine your elbows is like a golf ball, and like my hand is like a tee. So the golf ball sits right in the tee, and then just rotate from here.
How far do you want me to go?
Basically, you should be going as far as you can without leaving the golf ball from the tee. And even though it's burning, it's not gonna affect your training. Okay, that's our warm up. So let's get into lifting some weights. So what's your big lift that you've been working on lately?
Just pressing.
Just pressing?
Dumbbell pressing.
Okay, so let's see if we can dumbbell press in a way that doesn't bother your elbows. All right, so the common mistake with pressing that I see here is it's all about the ritual and the setup. So either we're not getting our shoulder blades pinched down, or we don't have a good setup for like holding the heavy dumbbells. And a lot of times if we want to train to intensity without the proper setup, you'll find that your hands get tired, your shoulders get tired before your actual target muscle gets tired. So the target muscle in a press should be your chest and your triceps. So one of these things should be the thing that gives out, and that's how you know you went hard. Now for Matt, if we want to like grow your chest here, we want to make sure that when we finish the set, at the end you feel like you have like 1 to 2 reps left in the tank max. So for the warm up, we want to do about like 50% of what you plan to do, and we'll just go for like 10 reps. So right now, Matt's got his head forward a little bit. So we want to glue that to the bench. And his shoulders are really free. So we want to make sure that we tighten that up next set. Okay. Good chest activation though. So what we're gonna do here is when you get started, right? Think about like pinching your shoulders down like so, okay? Then you're gonna kick them up and lie down with it. Okay, now from here, you want those 5 points of contact. Your head, your shoulder blades, your glutes, and then your feet to the ground. Then from here, when you come up, right, you want to converge a little bit so you get the squeeze in your chest, and then you want to stretch them open by getting a little bit lower. But even still here, I'm not letting my chest turn off. Keeping my shoulders tight the whole time. Okay? Okay, and then when we're done, rest it, and then we can swing forward. So we got to find a weight you can go 8 to 12, and then between that range, you should be like at your 2 reps in the tank. 55s? Yeah. Okay, let's get you some 55s.
So back first.
Yep. Shoulders nice and tight, head on the mat. Okay, 2, 3. Okay, slow it down, Matt. So come up. Okay, freeze here for a second. This is where you want to finish your rep.
Yeah.
Okay, see how like your chest is squeezing together?
Yeah.
Now go slower, 2 seconds down, and then a nice squeeze up. Flex, 1, 2, and then flex. Perfect. Okay, Matt, you're gonna stay up here for a second. All right, make sure you breathe. So as you press up, exhale, okay?
Yeah.
There you go. And that's it. Let's call it here. Okay, how was that?
I usually like, I feel like I press like more on this plane, so doing it straighter is a lot harder.
I always like to reference it like drinking, okay? You want to be a nice, efficient drunk, right? Because if you're doing 55, right? Yeah. If you go super fast and coach said do 8 to 12, so I'm going to knock out 10 really fast and then done. Yeah. But this is like you're really getting the most out of the weight, and you might find because you're going slower, you only get like 8. So because your form is better, you've reached failure sooner. Yeah. And that's more efficient. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah. And then the breathing, because you're trying to turn red.
Don't hold your breath, guys.
Yeah, don't hold your breath. So now this set, let's do exactly that intensity, right? So I want you to get as many reps as you can, and it just being truly chest failure, not the breathing, not the speed, nothing. All right, let's go max reps. That's when we know Matt's 100%. Okay, so 2 seconds down, exhale on the way up. Bring them together a bit more, Matt. Come on, Matt, let's go together. 10. 11. All right, 11, 11.2.
Brother, I don't have the best feeling of activation
in your chest
press. Like, it's because I'm probably not squeezing.
Yeah, you're not converging. So I bet if you go lighter, you'll probably feel it more. Go 1, 2, and then
2,
1, and then hold that, and then 1, 2, 2. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, 2, 8.
Oh.
That's it.
Yeah.
Was that better?
Yeah, dude. Crazy, like right in the middle.
So like you really want to see the weights go up, but as the weights go up, being true to that, oh wait, it's got to converge, it's got to feel like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the flies to like finish off the chest, we'll do that later. Yeah. Okay, let's check out your back.
Anthony, what makes a good strap?
All right, so you have 3 main kind of straps. What makes a good strap, obviously, is you should be able to hold that object, and that gives you the maximal like grip strength, and also something that people don't consider is like grip endurance, right? Being able to hold the weight long enough for you to do a good set. So this is the tried and true classic one. It's great, right? You wear it around your wrist, and then when you have like a handle, you wrap it around. The disadvantage, this has a good grip, but the disadvantage is the setup is awkward. So imagine one hand's tied up. How are you gonna tie up the other hand? You can't, because there's always gonna be slack. So this one sucks for that, but it's okay for deadlifts. The next one are these like hook things. So they're like these metal like hangers. You wear it around your wrist and then you literally just hook onto it. I find these are really uncomfortable because see how this has no give? So you end up just like hanging and then it just pulls on your wrist really hard. So honestly, these are more expensive, like 50 bucks, and they're shit. So I would not get these. Now this is my favorite one because it's like a hybrid. It's like if these two had a baby and they came up with this. And what you're gonna do is like, Matt, yeah, you can put it on and then you wanna like tie it super tight here. So yeah, go for it. Kind of like a boxing glove. There you go. Common mistake is when people use this is they put the handle here like so, and they use it like more like a pad. But what you're actually supposed to do is put the handle inside and then wrap it. Okay, so imagine, that's perfect, man. And then hold that squeeze for a second, and then a 1-2 up, yeah. Flex, 1-2 up. I would lean back just a little bit more, okay? And then make sure this part, like you really get a good 1 second hold. I read a paper recently and it said like the best back activation for most people is like your shoulders, and then you times that by 1.5. So yeah, one of the biggest common mistakes is people don't hold the squeeze enough. And the other common mistake is that they either have their elbows too far back and they don't want to like tuck it in. So you can kind of see how you can change the exercise to target certain places. And then Matt, honestly here, you don't need to go for a crazy stretch. So lean back, pull, yeah. And then just let your arms work, yeah. So that way we're not letting him use his lower back to pull the weight down. Keep going, Matt. 1, 2. How was it? Good?
Hard. Hard, which is good.
It's perfect, man.
That's what we're here for. What does RPE mean?
RPE stands for rate of perceived exertion. So it's just a science way of asking you how intense was that set. So Matt, 10 is like failure. So like you're stuck. There's no way you're gonna finish that rep. Like maybe you finish it, but you can't do another one. Yeah. 9 is like you definitely have 1 more. Yeah. 8 is you have 2 more. So typically I also watch like the speed of your rep. If the speed of the rep slows down and you're kind of like grinding through it versus like a smooth, consistent one, you can kind of get an idea of like how much RPE. So on that last one, you actually went really fast. So it makes me wonder, is there a slower one that you could squeeze out?
How often should you take yourself to failure?
It depends. It's kind of like a test. Like if you feel good, then you can test yourself maybe like once a month. But there's no like rule of thumb. It's really just up to you. But if you train to failure too often, you do risk hurting yourself because your form might give out. It only takes 1 bad rep to throw you off.
Okay, pull-ups. I want to be able to do like 20 pull-ups in a row.
Okay.
That's a goal.
I love it. It's a sick goal.
Now I probably can do like 4, so.
Especially after all the lat pull down we did. Okay, well let's see where we're at right now.
Okay.
Oh, these are solid. Four, not bad, especially after all those lat pull downs. Right. Okay, so honestly, Matt, you have good form, man. Okay. Like you have a good wide grip. I really like that you took this grip with the thumbless. Yeah. I find it's better with like back activation. Yeah. Now the positioning with your core was kind of like relaxed here and your legs were back. So what ends up happening is like because your core isn't as gauged, it makes it harder to do more reps. It's kind of like dead weight pulling you down.
Yeah.
Instead, you want to use your core, keep it like locked in the front, and that way it's easier to pull up. So instead of being here, it's just like bracing your lower abs. So it's such a small movement. Yes. Tuck in there. Now you're kind of like a bit more like, you're not swinging as much. Okay, and then from here, you just want to like drive your elbows down really hard. Get every single shoulder blade muscle you can involved, and have a nice stretch down. So you're leading with the chest. So try core tight in the lower, and then like shoulder blades together, lead with the chest to the bar. Yeah, your pull-up should be first.
Good to know.
And then if you want to grow your chest, then the chest press second. Yeah, your first exercise should be your highest priority exercise. Let's do close grip push-ups.
Okay.
Let's see how your push-ups look.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't ever do these.
So one common mistake that people make in their push-ups is they don't use their core as well, similar to your chin-ups. So sometimes working your push-up is a good way to carry that over. So when you're doing your push-up, you don't want your back to like sag as you go down. You want to be able to isolate it. So you want to like brace your core. Then by keeping a closer grip, you kind of want to like load up your triceps and then push through your elbows to extend your body up. And I love this as a finisher. Like you can go like near failure here. 2, 3. Nice, 27. Solid. We want to make it like you're fatigued sooner. And then we can add like a bench. And let's do decline. Okay? So
Close grip?
decline, close grip.
Okay.
Yeah. So the difference would be, right, your toes here, and then same thing, core tight, down and up, down and up. Okay. And you want to put your tiptoes on here, Matt? Yep. And then hold the top. Sorry. Lift your hips up, and then like, imagine you're wearing a belt, and like you're lifting the belt buckle up.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep your core tight. Yeah. There you go. We would consider that a hard set, right? Ideally, to grow the muscle, we want to hit at least 10 hard sets on every muscle group that you want to focus.
Yeah. Yeah.
So today we did chest press and we did these push-ups, so we did 5 hard sets of some chest pushing movement.
Yeah.
We did 3 sets of lats and 2 sets of chin-ups, so that's 5 sets of pulling.
Yeah.
So that means throughout the week, you got to get at least 5 more of each, and then you can start seeing if that actually translates to more weights and more reps. And if you're doing more weights and more reps, over time, it means Matt's body's recovering and he's making gains.
Yeah.
So yeah, those numbers are really important.
That's good to know. You have a baseline of like, here's how many hard sets. Because usually I'm like, if I do compound movements first, I feel like that's where the harder sets are, and then the rest is more volume, but easier. But that's not always the case.
Yeah, and you know, I like that you say that because like a lot of times like we do what's called junk volume. Junk volume is kind of like when you turn your brain off and you're going through a set and you're counting it and then you just finish it, but there was no fatigue, there was no like effort. And then it just feels like you did 5 hard sets, but it wasn't actually hard sets. It was junk, yeah. So setting up for a chest fly is super important. The biomechanics are important, but like you have to make do with what you have. Okay, so I love to do chest flies, especially if their goal is to grow the muscle. Then we want to make sure we're doing it with like a back supported, like a bench, and then having the handles at chest height. So if you come at it like this, it's pretty like, it's gonna work like the whole chest. But if you come a little bit like higher, you're gonna work the upper chest. If you go lower, you have to be at like a decline and you can work like the sides a bit more. So Matt, let's just do like somewhere in the middle. So we want to set this with a bench. So we're going to grab a bench here. Okay. And I think a common mistake is, well, it's not really a common mistake. It's more like you're limited by what your gym has. And if you're in a big gym where it's like busy all the time, you're not going to have a chance to set up a bench here, take up 2 cables without someone getting pretty pissed off at you, right? But if we're talking about like optimal, then this is what I would do. Okay, so let's lower this to here. Because most people would do this with 2 feet, 1 foot forward like this, right? And go at it. But then you're always gonna be limited by the fact that, hey, if you go too heavy on this thing, it's gonna pull you back. So I'll demo it. You're just gonna grab the cable, okay? Take a seat here. Nice long arms, so you're feeling that pull in the chest. This is like the hardest part, and then you're going to converge together. This is the easiest part. Stretch, and then overcome the heaviest part. So you want to almost go a little bit slower through here and just work your way through it. 1, 2, hold it for half a second, and then squeeze. Okay. So line up with the shoulder joint. 2. Nice. Intensity. Okay, so see how that bench had a slight incline? So I think it was a little bit more like side chest focused.
Yeah.
Let's get this more upright now, okay, and then see how that feels. Keep going, add some more speed to it. Yep, come on, speed. Nice. Good stuff, man.
Oh, I haven't felt that much of a pump in a minute.
I like that set a lot because you kept the reps.
Oh man.
It almost looked, your first one looked the same, your 18th one looked the same. Thanks for watching this push-pull workout. Hopefully you learned a lot about training with intensity and some coaching cues and like how to use straps to make your next upper body workout more effective. Matt, how was it?
It was good.
It was good?
I feel fatigued.
Do you feel fatigued?
I feel pumped.
Everybody's pumped? Love to see it.
Yeah.
All right, so make sure you like the video, comment if you have any questions, and subscribe. We're gonna give a lot more free content on how to train better, become an athlete for life, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.